I am here for the only live stream tonight. I was not able to get on earlier today. I missed it, just did not want to take a nap. Just did not want to take a nap. Anyhow, I'm here now. So, let me just find it on here. And then we can get started. She did give me a hard time about going to sleep, so. She likes this show, The Little People, the Fisher Price show. Anyhow, so as long as she's quiet, as long as she's okay, she's content. Okay, Cinnamon, love for this week with W. Love for this week with W. Okay, it looks like you may have to lay down the law and set up boundaries with this person. Otherwise, they may overstep their boundaries or they may not follow through with something that they promised. I don't know. It's important that you lay down the law with them. It looks like you've got the world at your feet. You're calling the shots, and be prepared for things to move forward. I would say you may be feeling mildly disappointed in something that he does or doesn't do, but it kind of corrects itself quickly. So if he is disappointing in some way, he makes it up to you another way. It should be an okay week. Just don't be afraid to express what you need and what you're not willing to stand for or what you need him to do, or don't be shy. At the Ace of Swords, you got to lay it down. Destiny, love. Okay, you should be feeling as if you've made it to the top of the mountain and you can breathe a sigh of relief. You got some good luck coming in. So if things have not been going that wonderful in the recent past, the energy around you is changing. If you're not with anyone right now, you've got some new people coming in, and you also have a new beginning coming in. You have a Pisces and a Virgo. Things change for the better for you quickly, and you're starting a new journey. If you're with someone, current relationship, out of the clear blue sky, something spontaneous comes in. Listen to your intuition, things will start to move forward. Or there could be something out of the ordinary, fun, spontaneous that comes in that helps to move the relationship forward. If you're not with anyone, you will be given choices. You have a Capricorn coming in as well. And anxiety around love is moving into the past. Things should be moving forward. Sepia, nothing's changing. Why? A lot of people are stuck in this situation. Even me. I mean, I feel like I've been locked in this house for the past year and a half and not really much has changed. Like, really. And, I mean, I feel like for me, everything always takes a really long time for me. I don't know why that is. Some people, it's like things just happen 1, 2, 3 really fast. And other people, things are just very slow. And for me, they've always been slow. Let's see. I just did a video about this, but it's like 45 minutes long. And I don't know if anyone's going to want to listen to me for 45 minutes, but about, like, sometimes when things aren't changing, it could be planetary. Sometimes it could be because we have resistance and blocks. Like, you want something so badly that all you do is think about it, obsess about it. It builds a lot of resistance around the situation, and that's why it takes longer to happen. Sometimes timing is just really difficult, and sometimes it's about divine timing, and you can't force it. It just has to happen in its own time, whenever that is. Very frustrating, but there's not really much that you can do about it. Anyway, maybe I'll release that video tonight. I didn't even watch it yet. Actually, I didn't even put it up yet. I just recorded it. Okay, for you, it does look like you do have a new job opportunity on the horizon and you should be starting a new journey. It looks like you might feel as if you have a long road ahead of you, but leaving things in the past that are not working will help your life move forward. You should be presented with choices in the near future, and you'll no longer be holding yourself back, and you'll be prepared to take the opportunities. But I can always sympathize with people that feel stuck or get in that stuck kind of place, or like nothing is changing. And it's like if I look back on the course of my life, it took years for things to change for me. Like I worked the same two jobs for 14 years before something changed. And it's like half of it was because I wasn't doing anything about it, and the other half of it was because it was divine timing. Like it was what it was. I mean, I started working three jobs at one point. The last year or the last year and a half, I was working three jobs. But I felt like nothing was changing. Like as far as like I had watched people in my world even before, like even when I was young, like when I worked at A&P and I was young, like in college, I would watch like high school kids come in, work for a couple of years, and then go away to college. I would watch them have different boyfriends and different relationships and buy new cars and go to college and then change colleges and then come home and then do a semester in Europe and then come back. And meanwhile, like I felt like I was just standing there watching everybody's life move forward, and I was just standing there watching it. That's how I felt. I don't know why. I don't know why it is that one person's life moves forward so fast and somebody else is just standing there. Like, felt like all I do is stand here and watch, and like we would cycle through people. So it's like the average teenager maybe worked at the store for like a year or two, right? So we'd have the same kind of group, and then they would turn over, and then there would be another, and then they would turn over, and then like kids that like I worked with that were like years younger than me were like moving into New York City and getting like really great jobs and getting married and having kids, and I was standing there and nothing was happening for me. You can't always answer why things are like that. Sometimes I think it's because the resistance that we have in our own lives, because we want something to happen so badly that it just puts up resistance. And it's very frustrating. Trust me, I totally get it. And then sometimes I think it's also just planetary, and then I would get so angry at that because I remember years ago I think I was waiting for Saturn to leave Leo and move into Virgo. I don't remember. I think that's what it was. And like a year or so later, I was like, okay, Saturn moved, and what? I'm still in the same position. Because I had heard somebody had told me, oh, well, because Saturn is on top of your moon. Saturn is conjunct your moon, so that's why this was a rough year. Yeah, and the years that came after that weren't anything stellar at all. Fucking frustrating. T-Vet, what can I expect from the Leo? What can I expect from the Leo? Well, you can expect more respect and more appreciation and more of whatever it is. Like, if you guys communicate once in a while, communication should pick up. Six of Pentacles is something that's well balanced, that you're getting out of it what you put into it, but it's mutual. It's not like one person's chasing the other person. It's like two people are on the same page. I would expect that this person, the Hierophant is here. There would be possibility for a long-term commitment with the Hierophant. It also looks like negativity moves into the past, and the relationship can move forward and transform pretty well if you're open to it. I don't see a commitment here right now, but that's okay. We just might not be there yet. Hierophant is long-term commitment could be possible, but I don't see the Two of Cups yet. I would say communication picks up, and this person may want to spend more time with you in the near future. And they may be very perseverant about it, or persistent, and not take no for an answer. Big Mama, will the Libra reach out, and when? Yeah, Libra will reach out. Six of Clubs should be sometime before the end of June. I would say probably once we move into the summer with the club, so probably after the 21st, between the 21st and the 30th of June. Sepia General. You should have choices coming in with the Seven of Cups, and you should feel a little bit more like life has come back into balance. You've got a Cancer and a Scorpio that come in that may be of significance. Laying down the law, setting up boundaries serves you well. Don't be afraid to, cut through any bullshit that gets thrown your way. Got some good luck coming in. You may have the idea for a new business or a side business that could bring in extra money. Anxiety should be moving into the past as things start to move forward. It does look like you could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan that makes you feel relief. And you have a little bit of good karma coming back to you. You also have Six of Cups. You may run into an old friend or somebody from the past. And it would be somebody that you would want to run into. It would like like a pleasant meeting. Somebody that you would want to see. Sepia Love. Okay, you do have listening to your intuition will bring in a committed relationship on the horizon. You've got a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but then you also have a Pisces here as well. You also could have a Libra that comes in that may be of significance, and an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. It looks like if you've been feeling burdened and weighed down by love, that energy should change. Things are moving forward and you're feeling a little bit lighter around love, and you might have choices. It also looks like you do have a soulmate connection coming in. So the next relationship would be a commitment with that's a soulmate connection. Lydia, Libra Mike today, any thoughts? Libra Mike today, any thoughts? Well, he's not holding himself back. The world is at your feet, and things should change between the two of you for the better pretty quickly. So I would say your connection's moving forward with him fast. Things will move forward with him fast. He's definitely thinking about it, and he's got the Magician, which is the ability to manifest it. So I would just put out into the universe exactly what you want, because you just might get it. He's definitely thinking about things progressing pretty quickly. Sepia, me, and Ramel. Maybe feeling anxious around this situation, and but negativity is going to move into the past pretty quickly. Things should change around this situation for the better quickly, and feeling as if you've made it to the top of the mountain, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Three of Cups, cause for celebration comes in around this situation. Success comes in, but it's through divine timing, so you may just have to be a little bit patient. You do have a wish, so put it out into the universe. You also have the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Listen to your intuition, because you have other energy coming in around you, and if you feel like this situation is stagnant, you might move on. Or you may move on to something else or have a new interest, and who knows, maybe that's what brings this guy back around or makes him step up to the plate. Jocelyn, love update about what's next in my connection with D. Okay, he's going to tell you something, or something gets revealed with the Fool in reverse that needs to be dealt with before the relationship can move forward. Once whatever it is out in the open, you feel a little bit like you've made it to the top of the mountain, you could breathe a sigh of relief. and then he'll be prepared for things to move forward. But he's still holding himself back. Communication looks good, but I would say it may be a little bit, it may be a little stuck for a while. Moon in reverse, Fool in reverse is something gets revealed around the situation that needs to be dealt with before the relationship can move forward. Doesn't have to be something that's bad or detrimental to the relationship. It's just something that needs to be dealt with. And I don't know what it is. You'll have to find out when he tells you. And then once that gets dealt with, then the relationship can move forward to whatever's next. Wherever you are right now, the relationship will go to the next step. So if you just communicate every now and again, communication would pick up. If you speak a lot but you don't see each other much, then you would be seeing each other more. Whatever the next step is for you that takes the relationship to the next level. Ronnie, Sagittarius called me his best friend. Did he mean it? Did he mean it? Yes, he definitely meant it. But I think you're more than just a best friend. I think you're probably one of the closest people to him and like one of the only people that he really trusts. Simran, I want to join the study session with Kay, but I'm afraid that Kay will try to make me help her in other ways, and if I don't, I'll regret it because she seems a bit crazy. Okay. Should I avoid her, or will she just maintain a school relationship? I wouldn't let her be the deciding factor as to whether or not you join this study group. Because if it's something that you want to do, like her intimidating you into like doing something for her shouldn't keep you from something that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're the only person that should be in control of your life is you, not anyone else. And if she wants you to help her with something and you can't help her, that's too bad for her. She's got to do it herself. I would maintain I wouldn't be so close to this person if you feel like she's a little bit crazy, but you know, you don't have to like cut her out completely. I just wouldn't let her be the deciding factor on whether or not you join something, because that's giving your power away to other people. And okay, it may not be such a huge deal, but it's like overall in the scheme of things, it is a big deal. It's a big deal to let somebody else's behavior make decisions in your life. Like, she's going to want something from me, so I'm not going to do it. Like, no, it's like, I'm going to do it. This is my job. I'm going to do what I have to do. I'm going to join this group because I want to be part of it. And you're not going to bully me into doing your shit. Like, do your own shit. Yeah, like, because I feel like situations like this are not such a big deal for the immediate situation, but in the universe, it's a big deal. It's a big deal to let other people make decisions for you because you're afraid of how they're going to react, or that it's going to be hard for you to have to deal with them. Too bad for them. Too bad for them. Yeah, I wouldn't let her keep you from, I would join the study group. You've got a wish around the situation. I would keep her just as a, you know, a school friend, and I wouldn't get too close to her. You know, like, keep boundaries, and you should be fine. Like, all of these people that want you to do things for them, you know, it's like, I think that we think, oh, well, we're being nice, right? We're going to help someone, so it's nice. Yeah, but it's not that it's nice. It's that people are taking advantage of you, and then it's going out into the universe that you're here to serve other people and not yourself. So you got to put yourself first in these situations. Otherwise, this situation's going to keep popping up. You've already seen how many people are looking for you to do something for them. It's ridiculous. It's like, take care of your own shit. Love always. What will happen next with me and JD? What will happen next with me and JD? Slow and steady wins the race, but communication could pick up. I don't know where you are in the relationship, but I don't see a commitment right now. So I can't tell you that this relationship is going to a committed place. I would say slow and steady wins the race, but communication picks up next. So that's positive. Yeah, but like Sepia, like let me tell you, like I listened for like 20 years about how I was going to have an unplanned pregnancy. 20 years. I'm like, it'll never happen. I think, if I could be exact, I think it was 18 years. 18 years. How about my other friend? My friend that I was really good friends with, one that the two sisters, the older sister who I became friends with after I had been friends with the younger sister because like we were in school together. The older sister and I were really good friends for years, and I don't think I've spoken to her since like 2000 and maybe it was 2000 and 2007 or 2008, and I have been listening, right? That I'm going to hear from her. You're going to hear from her, or you're going to run into her. 2008. So that's over 10 years ago. Like, fucking shit goes so slow for me. So slow. And it's very frustrating. It's like, and with that situation, it's not like there's a lot of resistance around it, because it's not that I don't care if I hear from her, but I'm not pining away over not hearing from a friend. I mean, her life moved on, and it is what it is, you know? Like, shit happens. I don't, like, it's not really something I think about that much. So I can't say that I'm building resistance around that. Like, you know, changing careers or looking for a job or things like that that are more important. But yeah, it's so frustrating. And what's even more frustrating is that other people, things just happen like that. So frustrating. Light worker, single. Do you see coming towards me soon? Okay, let's see. Anybody coming in here for light work? Well, you had happiness coming in around your love life. A water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer comes in that has long-term potential. Moving on to greener pastures, anxiety around love moves into the past, but you could have choices. You have a Leo and a Virgo coming in as well as the water sign. So yeah, you got opportunity coming in. Pinky. I met this new guy, LW. What is our outcome? Well, it looks like neither one of you are holding yourselves back. You're definitely going to spend time getting to know each other. Communication should pick up. I don't see a commitment yet or long-term potential yet, but you just met them. So I wouldn't worry about that. It does look like the potential is here to no longer be holding yourselves back, exploring the new opportunity. Things move forward as far as communication is concerned, and you may be spending time together. So let's see what happens once we get to that point. I would say it's got great potential. You could be moving on to greener pastures and feeling like, hey, I've made it to the top of the mountain. So I would, I would explore that opportunity. Auntie, does Mr. Jones talk about me to anyone, good or bad? No, he seems to be either very quiet or very private, and he doesn't want people to know his business. I also think that there may be he may also not want anybody's 2 cents, so that's why he sort of keeps everything to himself. Yeah, I would say he doesn't do any talking. Not of significance. Like, it wouldn't be of anything significant. You know what we used to say, and my friend, the one I was just telling you about, we used to feel like you ever look at a snow globe, right? And you're standing on the outside and you're looking in the snow globe, and there's people ice skating, and there's a train moving, and there's a bus, and there's people at the park, and we were just kind of standing there looking in on it, but not really part of it. Felt that way hanging out at the bar too, because I mean, so sad and pathetic. The young people that hung out there. The guy that owned the bar was our age, maybe a couple of years older, and all the guys and everybody that hung out there, for the most part at night, like there was an older crowd, like happy hour, but at night it was like a young crowd, and we weren't really friends with them. Like it's like we were there, so they dealt with us, or they were nice to us because we were there, but we were never included in anything. Like if somebody had like a birthday party, everybody was invited to the birthday party. We weren't. We would be at the bar waiting for them to come back to the bar after the party. How pathetic. How pathetic. Really pathetic. And the only time they ever hung out with us outside the bar or as friends was when my friend was able to get like tickets to like some kind of a sporting game. And I think it only happened like once, maybe twice. So pathetic. Anyway, but it changed. Eventually it changed, right? Because I don't hang out there anymore. I don't know about the rest of the people. Simran, Kay seems like she went through a rough path, and I definitely want to join the study group sessions to help each other out. I'm just afraid of having her try to manipulate me to go out of my way for her. Well, you have to set boundaries. See, it's not her fault, right? She's going to try to get out of you what she can get out of you. That's not her fault. It's up to you to set the boundaries. You know, where would you set boundaries for her? If, like, what would be the limit? Like, what if she asked you to pay for her car loan? Or she asked you to buy her groceries? You would have to say, no, I can't do that. Well, it's the same thing with this. Like, it's like time and effort is money. And there's, like, you have to learn how to set boundaries. And nobody's going to teach you that. You just have to learn how to do it. And if she doesn't like it, that's too bad. Like, that's on her. You know, like, I would like to go knock on the neighbor's door and say, hey, can you pay my mortgage this month? But I'm not going to do that. And if I did, they probably would be like, I don't think so. Like, I'm not going to pay your mortgage. I got to pay my own mortgage. Because, you have to have boundaries. A lot of people will be willing to take whatever you're willing to give. So, that's up to you to set boundaries. She can't take something from you unless you're willing to give it. And what is she going to do? Say, oh, well, she didn't do my homework for me, so I'm mad at her? Too bad. Too bad. I wouldn't let what she could possibly manipulate out of you keep you from doing something that you want to do. Like, you have to learn how to set boundaries, but it's not just with her, it's with everybody. It was with the other guy that wanted you to do something for him. Like, people will take advantage of you if you let them. Not everybody, but most people. They'll take advantage from you if you let them. And that's like a life lesson for you, that you have to learn how to set boundaries. No, I can't do it for you. I'm very sorry. You got to hold yourself back, but don't hold yourself back from the study group, because if you want to be part of it, you should be part of it. And somebody else being manipulating or bullying shouldn't keep you out of it, because if you allow that, this situation is going to keep coming up. You know what I mean? It's just going to keep replaying itself in different scenarios until you learn how to set boundaries. It does look like this study group is going to be pretty productive. There'll be a lot of hard work and things will move forward pretty quickly. I would say I wouldn't let her keep you out of the study group. I don't care. You're going to have to set boundaries with her and tell her, listen, I have enough on my plate. I can't do anything for you. You have to do it yourself. And it's not, you're not responsible to do her homework. Or whatever it is. You're just not responsible. You got to take care of your own shit, not hers. Empress. I don't see it yet, so let me do Prussian. I don't see yet. Kira, why has the nurse practitioner Sheila been giving me attitude lately? She used to be nice, and now it seems like she's fishing for an issue. Okay, let's see. Fool is in reverse, so you're going to find out. She may even tell you. It might not even have anything to do with you. She's got anxiety around her that has nothing to do with you. She's feeling weak. That has nothing to do with you. She may have had an argument with somebody, too, that has nothing to do with you. And she may tell you all about this, and then it'll make sense to you. It actually looks like between you and her, the sun is coming out. So you got happiness coming out over the situation. She may just be in a rough spot. I think she's going to tell you exactly what happened. And I don't really think it's work-related. I don't think it's work-related. I think that she's a little twisted and bent out of shape about something that's going on in her life. She'll tell you about it, and it'll all blow over. It looks like she does like you, and I don't think that she just may be... Like, you know how they say, like not to take anything personal, because not everything is about us, but we always feel like that, right? Like all these situations where like, I mean, I can't think of anything right now, but I know I've been in that situation before where I'm like, damn, I wonder if I said something or I did something wrong. And then like you come to find out that it's something else that happened. But in the moment, like we always like take responsibility for like whatever the situation is. And it's not like if you did something that bothered her, this woman as an adult, as a doctor, should be able to tell you and not just give you attitude. Like like what is attitude or ignoring somebody solve? Like, do you want me to guess what it was that I did? Because obviously I'm not going to do something on purpose to make you mad at me and to make my job even more, you know, harder for me to do. So I don't understand what this ignoring is. If it doesn't pass by the end of the week, but I think that it will. I think she's going to kind of go back to normal, or she'll tell you what happened before the end of the week. If she doesn't, I would ask her flat out on Monday, hey, what's going on? You don't seem like yourself. Put it back on her, because these people it's like, grow the fuck up. If I did something to offend you or to make you mad, or I did something that you don't like, tell me what it is so I can correct it, apologize, and we can move forward from it. But giving me an attitude, what purpose does that serve? What does that fix? I'm going to sit around here and guess. Did I look at you the wrong way? Was I clacking my gum? I mean, was I slurping my soup? Like, what am I supposed to guess what it is? I don't know. If it doesn't pass by Monday, I would ask her. Put it back on her and make her look like an idiot. But I think that she may just tell you. Did you notice if she's having attitude with other people? Because I don't think it's just around you. I think it's her in general, because I think she's upset about something. Empress, did Cassidy hide her Instagram story from my brother because she wanted to see if he'd remember her birthday without it, or was it something else that she didn't want him to see? Was it because of the birthday thing? I think it was the birthday thing. Yeah. You want to know what I'm going to say about that? Really? Like, I don't understand. Why do you try to make matters harder? Because if he remembers your birthday, or if he doesn't remember your birthday, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, like, what does it mean if he doesn't remember the birthday? And what does it mean if he does remember the birthday? Just making it more difficult so that you can, test him, because it, proves nothing? Proves nothing. My nephew, his birthday is the 9th, and when I was over there last week, he said that it was the 10th. He don't even remember his own birthday. You're going to expect this guy's going to remember his girlfriend's birthday? I mean, really. I mean, I mean, really. Some people are just not good with birthdays. All of these tests that people do, what does it prove? Nothing. Oh, does he love you because he remembered? No. Maybe he wrote it down because he knew that you're crazy and that you were going to do something like this, and he wanted to be ahead of the game. It's just, it's like relationships in life is so tough. Why do we have to go out of our way to make things even more tough? And to analyze whether or not somebody remembered your birthday. I mean, my friend, I've been friends with her since I'm 8 years old. And, I don't do the Facebook thing anymore, but I went on for something. I think I may have gone on to post pictures from Easter. I don't remember. And I see on March 7th, my friend was like, oh, happy birthday, Dan. Have a great day. My birthday was the 6th. I'm like, really? You've been friends with me my whole life? You think it's the 7th? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you remember it. I don't care if you don't. I haven't seen her in years. If I was that important to her, she would be here. She would have come to visit. So what? You remember my birthday? That means something? Doesn't mean anything. It means what you in your head label it to mean, which is nothing. Like, it's important to you, so then you think it's important because they remember it. But somebody who's playing a good game that knows that will be ahead of the game. It's like a chess move. Oh, this social media is everybody's gonna implode over social media. I'm telling you that right now. Adriana, what would happen between Caesar and I? What could happen between Caesar and I? What could happen between Caesar and I? You guys could be starting a new journey together. You may be prepared for things to move forward. Listen to your intuition, and things could become quite passionate. I don't see a commitment here just yet, but that's okay. It doesn't mean that you can't get one. It just may not be showing right away. It looks like things between you and him could start to change for the better very quickly. And there's room for growth and change and transformation around your relationship. There's possibilities between you and him. See what happens with that. Well, the journey doesn't have to be a new job. The Fool could be anything. Like it could be, I don't know, like learning a creative project, like learning learning how to knit, or learning how to play the piano. New journey can be just about anything. It doesn't have to be a new job. It could be. A Page of Pentacles, I would say, could be a side business or a side hustle. And if the Fool showed up with that, I would say it could be a new job opportunity or new business opportunity that could lead to other opportunities. Empress, how did the voice note my brother send Cassidy make her feel? She felt respected. Respected comes up. I don't know what he said to her, but she seemed to either be impressed, felt like things were moving forward, and felt respected. Kira, general for the rest of the week. General for the rest of the week. Things may change for you for the better quickly. Feeling prepared and excited to start a new journey of some type. Listen to your intuition. Intuition is heightened. Negativity moves into the past, and so does anxiety. You've got room for growth, change, and transformation around your life. And it also looks like you may be making a decision to move forward, like in life, just in general, moving on to greener pastures. You might be making a decision this week to not put energy into things that aren't working, but to like cultivate new opportunities. Doesn't look like a bad week. Simran, I try to listen to people's stories and sympathize their situation, but okay to take advantage of my kindness. Only if you let her. If you let her, yeah. Listen, everybody's got a shitstorm. Everybody's been through it. There's nobody in this world, I don't care who you are. Everybody's got a story. It doesn't mean that means that somebody else should do their shit for them. She will take advantage of you. This is your responsibility, not hers. You set the boundaries. So it's not about her taking advantage of you. She can't take advantage of you if you don't let her. Now, if it's like you want to avoid the situation, right? You think she's going to take advantage of you, so you want to remove yourself from the situation. But you can't play life like that. You can't keep removing yourself from situations and opportunities because somebody may take advantage of you. They can't take advantage of you if you don't allow them to. And I don't give a fuck what went on in her life. She still has to do her own shit. That's it. End of story. So this is about you. It's not about her. Yeah, she's manipulating. Manipulation works for her. That's why she does it. But she can only manipulate you if you allow her to. You just have to set boundaries. Then that's it. You're going to have to lay down the law with her. She may not like it, but it's too bad. It's not your responsibility to do somebody else's shit. It's only your responsibility to do your own. And like I said, this situation is going to keep replaying itself through your life if you don't put an end to it now. It's going to keep coming back, and you're going to keep encountering people like her. You've already seen it, because I don't know how many people, just in the last few weeks, you've asked me about that were trying to get something out of you. But they can only get out of you what you're willing to give them. You have to lay down the law. You have to set the boundaries. Otherwise, you're going to repeat the situation again. You'll be doing her shit, and you'll be doing everybody else's shit. And in the long run, it really doesn't serve them well anyway, because if they don't do their own shit, who's going to do it for them when they get out into the real world? You know, it's like they got to learn how to do their own crap. I'll address and feel uncomfortable going above and beyond for people in life, and I end up regretting it. But that's the thing. Of course, you're going to regret it, and then you wind up feeling, what's the word? Like, like you resent them for it. Like, if you've ever been in a situation where you do something like too much for somebody, you wind up resenting them for it, because relationships need to be in balance. If they're not in balance, they don't work. And that's it. End of story. They got to be in balance. It's like if you always go out to lunch with somebody and you pay for that person every single time and they never reciprocate, you end up resenting them for it, because it's like, oh, I got to pay every time we go out, right? Like, I don't have to buy you lunch every time we go out, right? But if you continue to do it and you don't set boundaries, can't blame the other person. You got to blame yourself for it, because you have to set the boundaries. And then if they don't want to, continue the relationship, well, then that right there is what shows you why they were in it in the first place, for what they could get. Now, I do believe that relationships, they ebb and flow. So somebody may have more money at one point, and then another point, somebody's going through a hard time, so you pick up the slack. That happens. That's fine. But it has to be reciprocal at some point. Otherwise, the relationship will just never last. Goddess, what's coming? What's coming trip? What's coming up with the trip next for the rest of this month? All right, rest of this month for Goddess. Okay, if you listen to your intuition, a situation can change for the better pretty quickly, and negativity will move into the past fast. It may have something to do with money, because it looks like a grounded, stable job opportunity or business relationship could pop up that could bring in extra money. You could pay off a bill of debt or a loan, and that may make you feel satisfied and relieved. Fire sign enters: Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. A disappointment moves into the past, and you're no longer holding yourself back. Taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care definitely serves you well between now and the end of the month. Simran, I told Liv that I can help her with school after the 27th because I have tests before, but she put in the work for school after I help her figure out what to do. I don't want to ghost her when I understand that she gets anxiety when it comes to school. I just don't want to be cold-hearted. It's not being cold-hearted if you can't do something for someone. Listen, I have a friend of mine, right, who is really good with setting boundaries. Like, when if he has something to do, he's like, I'm sorry, I have to work. That's it. And if it's like, okay, well, can we take off this day, or can you take off? Nope, I have to work. That's his boundary, and I respect that. Like, if you can't set those boundaries, it's on you. It's not on her. I have been in this situation where, like, we planned a day to the beach, right? And then I would take off of work and take off my busiest day, which used to be Mondays. I used to teach 5 classes on Monday. And I would take it off in a heartbeat, because that made everybody else happy. And then you know what would happen? It never failed. Something came up and we wound up not going to the beach. Either somebody had to go out of town unexpectedly, there was a hurricane, and then what would happen is I lost all 5 classes, and nobody else lost anything because they had the day off to begin with. And whose fault was it? It was mine, because I was the one that was like, all right, well, I'll take the day off because, that's what's better for everyone else. Well, now who's to blame? Everybody else was setting boundaries, and I couldn't do it. Why? Because I didn't want them to be mad. I didn't want to inconvenience anyone. I didn't want someone to say, well, now we can't go. I didn't want not going to be my fault. When people back out on me, they don't care. I can't. I have to go do this. I got called into work. My mother needs me. My father needs me. Whatever it is, I don't get mad at them. So this is her school. Any of these people, it's their responsibility. It's not your responsibility. If you have a problem setting boundaries, that's your problem, and you've got to get past that. If you don't get past that, everyone's going to take advantage of you for the rest of your life, because you don't know how to set boundaries. And that's where I had to come to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm not taking days off work anymore. If I'm not off, I'm not going. Because I can't afford to give up money that I don't get sick days teaching yoga. I mean, now it's different because now I can kind of make my schedule around, other things. But there was a time in my life, and not just with one friend, with any of my friends, I would do it. Okay, I'll take the day off. Let me put in for the day off. Yeah, I can't even tell you. More often than not, when I took a day off, my plans fell through. How many days off did I need to take until I was going to fucking realize that the universe was telling me, stop putting other people before you? Nobody else is losing out on their salary to take you to the beach. Why are you doing this? What was I doing? What are you getting out of it? You're being a nice person? Being a nice person is not going to get you anywhere. You're going to get a kick in the ass when they don't need you anymore. So this is about you, it's not about them. She has anxiety, that's her problem. She can go pay a tutor. She can go to the teacher. She can ask for extra help. But you can't do it. It's too bad if she doesn't like it. But you've got enough on your plate right now. This is like she's treating you unfairly. Yeah. This is about you setting boundaries for yourself. And if you don't, these situations are going to keep popping up. It doesn't, I don't care if she gets anxiety. That's her problem. I suffer from anxiety too. I mean, everyone does, right? Most people have anxiety because, I mean, life's a shit show. What are you going to do? That's it. I mean, it's not, even if you were to ghost her, what is she going to say to you? You didn't do my homework for me? I failed now because of you? No, I'm sorry, sweetheart. You failed because of yourself. There's other resources on campus. You don't have to go to a friend and have your friend do it because what? Because you really don't want to do it and it's easier to get someone else to do it for you? Worry about yourself. Don't worry about these people. Alessandra, what's coming up in the next couple of weeks? What's coming up in the next couple of weeks? What's coming up in the next couple of weeks? Okay, got a couple of people coming in that may be new energy. Sagittarius and an Aries comes in. You're also got a little passion coming in here. Okay, you may be feeling a little bit more financially stable. You could be listening to your intuition. Intuition is heightened. You have love and passion coming in. But I think there may be new energy. If you're not with anyone right now, or if you're not in a committed relationship, you might be exploring different opportunities moving forward. Feeling prepared, feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain, negativity moves into the past. On top of the new people coming in, you got money coming in. 10 of Pentacles. Empress, my brother's energy towards Cassidy. My brother's energy towards Cassidy. Well, his energy is like he's not holding himself back. Things are moving forward and he's got a lot of respect for her. I would say that he thinks very highly of her and that the energy it's nice. It's like, it's mutual, like putting into it what you're getting out of it and vice versa. And they probably both would be feeling that way. Empress, what are my brother's intentions towards Cassidy? In the first, okay, so it looks like at first his energy is like slow and steady wins the race because he's got the Knight of Pentacles. But then it looks as if he feels a little bit more ambitious and he's looking for the relationship to move forward. So I don't know where we are right now intention-wise. I don't know if he's still in that kind of slow and steady place. If he is, that's going to shift soon into more ambitious, looking for things to move forward. I would say ultimately, I think he may be looking for things to move forward with her. It seems as if he may be also relying on divine timing. He also could be a little bit exploring options and seeing like who else is around and what's going on. I think that he's looking, it's almost like he's He wants to keep his options open until he knows what's going on. But the energy is not bad, and his intentions aren't bad either. Simran, in the first study session, it was just me and Kay, no one else. That's why I'm hesitant in joining. I still wouldn't let her be the deciding factor. And I still wouldn't let her bully you into doing your shit, her shit. Spirit messages. Two of Fire. You've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. The Three of Water. A celebration, a graduation, or a wedding, or a birth announcement. The need to have more fun. The Five of Earth. Fear surrounding money. The wisdom to accept help from others. Uncertain self-employment. Oh, UAF. Spirit. Spirit. Oh, you got my favorite, Archangel Raphael. Lovers. Intimate relationships. Carefully weigh your decisions. Good health. The Nine of Earth. Enjoying life's little luxuries. Spending quiet time alone. Successful self-employment. The Knight of Air. Brilliant, impartial, professional, and diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. And general for tomorrow through Friday. Love looks good. Got the soulmate connection card here, and you may be prepared to either, I don't know, start a new journey, or something spontaneous may come up around love that's fun and exciting over the next couple of days. Anxiety seems to move into the past, and you have a stroke of good luck coming in. It also looks like there's growth, change, and transformation coming in around your life in a positive way. Feeling like things are moving forward, feeling a little bit more balanced about life. Even if things like aren't changing big time, you may be feeling different. You may be feeling a little bit more confident or a little bit more secure. You also got some money coming in. It should be a decent couple of days. Julie, if I start at Bedford, will I still be working in a hospital a year from now? If I start in Bedford, will I still be working in a hospital a year from now? I think so. I think that ultimately you're going to end up working in a hospital. I don't know. It seems like it's either a better opportunity or it's a little bit more stable. I think that you wind up in a hospital ultimately. Kira, tomorrow specifically work. See, I hate that you have to live like this, where you're worried about work every day. Because to me, it's not a way to live. You know, only because you got to work every day. You know, I don't like that there's anxiety around that place. I would feel the same way. I would have anxiety myself if I were you, but I don't like it. Okay, tomorrow doesn't look like a bad day. Tomorrow it looks like you're listening to your intuition. You're feeling prepared and stable. No longer feeling burdened or weighed down by the weight of the world. You have a stroke of luck that comes in. And you're feeling like, hey, I'm no longer waiting for my ship to come in. And you have the love cup full. So who knows? Maybe it's a little bit more pleasant there tomorrow. Or a little bit, the energy around the place is a little bit lighter. Yeah, tomorrow looks like it's a pretty good day. Overall energy is kind of like pleasant. Julie. I decided to wait until C calls. How long do you see him taking to call me now? I would say within the next, could be as soon as 9 days, or it could take as long as 6 weeks. I would say 9 days to 6 weeks. maybe sometime the beginning of July. Maybe once, yeah, maybe once we get past June, he calls. Kira, she's giving me an attitude, making it seem like like I'm giving her attitude, and it's just me she's giving attitude to. Damn. What is wrong with this broad? I had a manager that always used to say that. This broad. I don't know why I find that word funny, but I do. Okay. I mean, I don't know. It looks like she's going to drop the attitude soon. It looks like things between you and her move forward pretty quickly. She's feeling a little bit better in general, and you're focused on work. Or maybe you're just ignoring her, and I don't know, you don't feed into the attitude or whatever, and it just seems to go away. I feel like it's very hard to work with these people. I feel like it could be hard to work with women in general. Too many women. Crystal, what Peter the Libra's intentions about me? What are Peter the Libra's intentions? Okay, well, it looks like he has intentions for the relationship to grow and transform. I don't know where you guys are right now, but communication may pick up. If this is a relatively new situation, I would say communication picks up and things start to move forward. Kind of slow and steady, but he's like, he thinks that there's room for growth and transformation, and he's willing to explore the option. So I would plan on communication coming in between you and him. And relatively soon, too. Christiana, is the Pisces watching me on a fake profile on Instagram? No, I don't believe so. Kira, weekend. Once the weekend comes, I think you're going to feel like anxiety just kind of dissipates. The Fool is here, so you could be starting a new journey, or something fun and spontaneous may come out of the blue. It looks like you're stepping into your own strength. You're not looking back on the past fondly, but you may be eager to either take time by yourself, even if it's just a couple of hours, and just like kind of like chill out with all the stress and nonsense that's been around you. Aside from that, the rest of the weekend, it looks like you could have a water sign around that may be of significance: Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It looks like you're walking away from someone or something that no longer serves you. You can have an earth sign around: Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and you have a wish. So there may be some social activity that's happening, but I think at some point you might take some time for yourself. That's just kind of like, like take time to just like chill out and do nothing, which may help relax you after all this stressful nonsense. Elizabeth, General. Anxiety moves into the past. Looks like you may be focused on either your life moving forward or leaving the past in the past and heading over to greener pastures. Feeling very perseverant. Maybe thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. The hard work that you put into that, whatever it is, will come back to you if you decide to move forward with it. And it also looks like there's perseverance around it. I don't know. It doesn't have to be for, it could be for business. It also could be for pleasure. But whatever it is, it looks like it may be important. It's maybe something that you always wanted to learn. I don't know. 8 of Pentacles. You're no longer holding yourself back. You're also taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. And you could be working on a creative project. This could be that school journey, or they could be 2 separate things. You might have a Cancer that comes in that's of significance. Kira, General. Okay, you're going to have choices moving forward, and you got some good karma coming back to you. It looks like being guided by the divine brings in a soulmate connection relatively soon. Feeling successful around a soulmate connection. You have a wish when it comes to love, put it out into the universe. You've got happiness coming out over your life. You should be feeling a little bit better appreciated at work and maybe a little bit better compensated. and feeling like finally you've made it to the top of the mountain, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Somebody may make you an offer that will be hard to turn down. You might be thinking about upgrading your home, redecorating your home, or changing homes in the near future, or maybe by the end of the year. It looks like you have a water sign around that may be of significance: Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. That could be new energy. I don't know if that person may be new. Kevin, reading for me, I started antidepressants. Well, you're no longer holding yourself back. You might be feeling a little bit more relaxed, and they may also, like, I don't know if they're helping with anxiety or what, but you might be feeling overall a lot better in the near future. The hard work that you put into school, work, business, whatever you do all day should be coming back to you, and you have a wish. You also may be going back to school or learning a new area of study. I don't know, whatever these antidepressants are, they may be what you need to, like, put you in a better place. Seems like they're working for you. Depression did one for Mel. Oh, okay, wait, hang on. Let me just check my email. Hang on, where is it? There we go. Trying to move to the third floor. Manager saying that she has to see which one is easiest to rehab, so I'll have to take what she gives me on the third floor. Will it be without idiots around me? Okay. Will it be without idiots around me? Now, why wouldn't YouTube let you post that? I mean, what's wrong with saying that? There's nothing bad there or controversial. Okay. Will it be without idiots? Yeah. I think that she's going to find you a decent location. Yeah, I think that you'll be happy with it. Adriana, what's coming in love? Being guided by the divine could bring in cause for celebration. And it may make you feel like, hey, I'm not looking back on the past fondly. And a disappointment moves into the past because of it. Yeah, you could have somebody that comes in that's paying you a lot of respect, and that's pretty mutual. And it could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You may have choices when it comes to love. You've got a Cancer coming in. You've got things moving forward, no longer feeling as if you're stuck, but feeling like you've got options. Moving on to greener pastures. Somebody also around love could make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Happiness is coming out. Your love life's moving forward. You also have an earth sign coming in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You might have several different options. And you know what? Things may start to move forward, and then like old options may move into the past because you may not be looking at them the same way. You may be feeling like there's better out there. Oh, too bad for them. Simran, I got a notification from Zoom and Outlook about an untrusted certificate, and someone can try to get my financials. Should I be worried? Okay, let's see. I don't know. I think that it's probably a phony email, probably looking to see if they can hack in somehow. I wouldn't respond to it, but I would change all your passwords. Just change them. And I would make them something. The IT guy at my job told me this once. He said, don't use a word. Like, don't use a word or a name, because the way hackers do it, like they kind of run through like names and numbers and shit. So the best thing to do is to make up something crazy, and you probably never remember it and have to redo it, but nobody else will be able to get into it. I would just change your change all your passwords. Adriana, what's coming in career? Well, you should be feeling a little bit more grounded and a little bit better respected and maybe even better compensated around career. Could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, and that may make you feel relief. Looks like you're no longer holding yourself back or feeling stuck, and you could be starting a new journey on the horizon. You may be changing jobs before the end of the year. Either a promotion in this one, moving up the ladder, or a new job altogether that's a higher position than what you have now. Elizabeth, what's coming in love? You have a committed relationship on the horizon if you're not in one right now, but it may be slow and steady wins the race. It could be with somebody that's in your world right now, but you either just haven't made the connection yet. It might be with a Libra. It could be with a Libra. You also have a Taurus coming in. I don't know if the Taurus is somebody that's around you right now. But it looks like you've got new opportunities that come in on the horizon, and maybe slow and steady wins the race. But your love life is moving forward with a committed relationship. See what happens. And I'm going to say it's probably going to happen sometime this summer. Adriana, General. Perseverance pays off, especially around work. Maybe thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Not looking back on the past fondly, but looking back on the past and seeing it for exactly what it was. It also looks like anxiety is moving into the past and you're no longer holding yourself back. Taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care serves you well, and you may be working on a creative project or using some sort of a creative outlet to help with stress. The hard work you put into career is coming back to you this year. Simran, will Kay try stalking me if I decline helping her? You mentioned she's got a negative streak and she's adventurous and spontaneous. That's why. Okay. Will Kay try stalking me if I decline helping her? No, I don't think so. Diamond. How did he feel about my last comment to him? All right, I don't know what you said, but he's got sharp feelings around it. All right, like this is like sharp feelings, but at the same time, like there's like adventure and a new beginning on the horizon. So I don't know what you said, if he was like not sure how to take it, and at first he was like annoyed, but then he sees it as like the doorway to something new or that could lead to something else, and that there's spontaneity around it. I would say ultimately he's not going to make a big deal out of a comment because he's not 100% sure how to take it or what you meant. Diamond. Oh no, wait, Kira. What's coming towards me in love? What's coming towards me in love? The hard work that you put out into the world when it comes to love is coming back to you, and you're no longer holding yourself back. You have a wish around love. Put it out into the universe. Water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You also have a fire sign that comes in that may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And happiness is coming in over your love life. You just might not be there yet. You're heading over to greener pastures, but it might not be right away. It may be a little bit later in the summer. It looks like you got a Leo coming in that could be of significance, and success comes in around love. You may have to explore a little bit of a couple of options here. There also may be an earth sign that's around. This earth sign though, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, You might not be feeling it with them. They may be a nice person, but you just might not be feeling it. You do have a soulmate connection coming in. Next relationship, I think, is going to be a soulmate connection with long-term potential. I just don't think that you're there yet, and I don't know why the fire signs keep coming up really strong. Maybe you haven't met the person yet. Diamond, what is Rel's current intentions towards me? He's looking for things to move forward. Things could move forward pretty quickly with the Chariot, but it's all about divine timing, so it may have to happen in its own timing. He's got the Magician too, so he could be making things happen for himself. I'm going to say that he's looking for things to move forward. I think his intentions are for things to move forward. Kira, do you still see the person from a past returning? Somebody from the past returning. Yep. Somebody from your past returns, but keep in mind it doesn't have to be an old flame or an ex-love. It could be anybody from the past. It could be somebody you went to school with, or somebody who used to live in the neighborhood and moved away, an old coworker. It could be anybody from the past that returns. People always think that it's like an ex, and it usually isn't. And it's usually not somebody that you would ever think of. At least in my case, twice it wasn't. Neither one of them in a million years would I ever would have guessed. And that happened to me twice. Oh, thank you, Empress. Thank you. You're very welcome. Love always. General for the rest of the month. General for the rest of the month. Okay, it looks like life comes back into balance and you may be feeling a little bit more stable around finances. Could be starting a new business or a new business opportunity or a side hustle of some kind between now and the end of the month. That could bring in some extra cash. Intuition is heightened, so definitely listen to it. No longer feeling burdened by the weight of the world. Feeling a little bit more ambitious, and you have a Sagittarius that enters. There also may be a Taurus around that's of significance, and you may be taking a trip to water, by water, or around water. Or if you don't live anywhere near water and you're like, I'm not going anywhere, like I'm not going to the beach, we're landlocked here, it could be spending time by a pool if the weather is nice. There's like some kind of water activity coming up. Julie, the hospital that I end up working in, is it in Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, or Long Island? Okay, is it in Manhattan? Is it in Queens? Is it in Brooklyn? Is it in Long Island? Brooklyn comes up highest. I would say Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, and then Long Island last. Simran, what did Kay do to get herself in her situation? All right, I don't know what her situation is, so I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if she's in some kind of trouble with the law or what, but I can't tell you what she did. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is. If I had to guess, I would say that she, well, I don't know, it could be trouble with the law. She could have done something that, you're going to find out. Fool's in reverse. She's going to tell you. She's going to tell you, or you're going to find out. And maybe something she doesn't like talking about, and I think it may have something to do with the law. I don't know if she breaks the law, or she was stealing, or she was doing something illegal. But that's what I think it is. But I don't know what the situation is, so I can't tell you what happened with the situation that I don't know what we're talking about. But I think she's going to tell you. I think that you're going to find out with the Fool in reverse. L'amour tomorrow. No longer holding yourself back. Feel as if you've got the world at your feet and things change for the better quickly tomorrow. Heading towards 10 cups being full. You might not be there yet, but you're on your way. Cause for celebration comes in tomorrow or soon after. Oh, the unicorn cards. Excellent. Okay, more unicorn cards. Wow, this one's interesting. Not a mermaid, daring. And the number is 30. Daring, transformation. Do you dare to leave your path and dive deep and experience a place where men do not tread? Sink or swim? Will you jump in? The water is choppy and cold, but fine. And if you dare to explore, you may boldly claim, adventure is mine. Come explore, come wander, come be part of the sea. In the spirit of daring, a mermaid will be. Mystery upon mystery, magic unfolds. She is the mermaid unicorn for those who dare to be brave the cold. Meditation, swim deeper into the kingdom of the mermaid unicorn. Feel your bravery, your daring, your dashing and dazzling form. Allow this confidence to emanate into every fiber of your being. Affirmation, I am a daring and dashing hero of my own incredible story. I am courageous. Action, do something that scares you. Aha. Go on, take the challenge. Do you dare? It's up to you what you do. Look into the mirror. You are a hero. You're the hero, and you are here. And you are your own hero, in other words. Okay. And this one, oh wow, look at this one. This one is number 13, not a flower, vulnerability. Okay, transformation. You arrive in a spring meadow with color bursting forth from the ground. But look more closely at these tiny shivering blossoms, for it is no small feat. It is a miracle of rejuvenation and new life, though delicate and vulnerable, opening its petals one by one to see the sun. Gaze upon the face of the magical unicorn flower, a rare blossom indeed. Meditation. Imagine that you are a tiny bee visiting the unicorn flower. Pollinate and rejuvenate. The entire world depends on you, though small and vulnerable. Feel the power that lies within. Affirmation. There is strength in vulnerability. There is great power in the smallest of things. Action. Enjoy beauty and grace of some flowers in the wilderness. If it's winter time, head to a local florist or a nursery. Enjoy the stunning yet fragile balance of color, shape, and scent. The same power lies within you, oh dear one. Enjoy the stunning yet fragile balance of color. The power lies within you. That's the truth, right? The power always lies within us, and yet we don't believe it. Power lies within you, and within all of us. Julie, how is C feeling and thinking about me right now? Well, he's thinking about you a lot lately. He thinks that you're successful, kind-hearted, sincere. He thinks the two of you have a nice connection. Slow and steady wins the race, though, around him, because he's still uncertain of everything. But he's definitely been thinking about things lately. Let's see what happens. Jay, why the hard-to-read girl act closed off with me this evening? She was the exact opposite of yesterday. I'm in a state of confusion. Yeah, well, she's a little bit like Amy. Well, today she was feeling burdened. So today she felt a little bit burdened, but I think it's going to change pretty quickly, because tomorrow you may be feeling a little bit more successful, and you may feel like she's a little bit more open tomorrow. Things can move forward a little bit more tomorrow or the next time you see her. I think that she was just in a kind of a bad mood, and she was feeling a little bit like, not like like I don't want to deal with this because nothing is happening like that. But meanwhile, she's not doing anything. So what does she expect? Nothing is going to happen if you don't do anything. But she's kind of felt a little bit defeated today. Julie, how is R feeling for me and thinking of me now? See, he thinks that he's controlling the situation. He feels like he's got everything under control. He does think that you're going to be around him and that things are going to go back to normal and things are going to move forward quickly. I don't remember where you guys are right now or how he's acting, but in the near future, you should see him being a little bit more perseverant or putting in a little bit more effort. He thinks that everything is fine with you and him, and if it's not fine, it will be fine in no time. Like, he thinks everything's okay. It's like he almost like shuts off, like he's like disconnects from reality. He disconnects from reality, and he just thinks that everything is fine, and then you're always going to be there, and that I don't know, like I don't know if he thinks that like you're never going to like move on to anyone else. If he doesn't cut the shit, you're going to move on, and he's going to be one sorry guy. But he thinks that, you're there, things are fine, and that he's in control of everything. This guy. Lamore, why has Trey been on my mind? Why has Trey been on my mind? Mercury retrograde, that's why. See somebody from your past? Mercury, yeah. Mercury is probably helping you purge him out of your mind. Let's see. I don't know what the situation is or was with him, but it's like Mercury is bringing back old memories. You may even start dreaming about him, and then you may start to purge it right out of your body. After a couple of weeks or so, you may like see him in a totally different light. The growth and transformation is coming in around you, but not around him, so you may be looking at him differently. You may be looking at him as somebody who is weak, that doesn't have a lot of new beginnings or power. You may look at him as somebody that has nothing really going for them, or that they're not really going anywhere, and you might have sharp energy around the situation. But I think that this is you kind of putting it either behind you or digesting it all. And I think it's a good thing. Simran, any advice when talking to Kay in the next study session? Any advice? My advice would be to stand your ground and do not let her bully you. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't let her try to bully you into anything. If you, your anxiety will dissipate if you set your boundaries and make it known from the beginning that you're not going to take on any of her crap or anybody else's crap. I have enough of my own crap to do. I'm not doing anybody else's shit. If you need help, there are other people around. There are tutors, there are teachers, there are other people that can help you, but it ain't going to be me. And once you do it once, it's going to be so much easier. The first time's the hardest. But then all of a sudden, anxiety starts to move into the past, and you may be feeling a little bit more like, no, they're not going to bother me anymore. Simran, unicorn cards. Unicorn cards. Number 10, not a deer harmony. Not a deer harmony, number 10. Transformation. Along your path, you see the seamless movement of a deer in the woods, completely in harmony with his surroundings, and one with nature, silent, still, graceful, harmonious. As you take time to appreciate the deer, he takes a different form. This is no ordinary deer, but the fabled deer unicorn. Meditation. Imagine yourself moving through the wilderness with grace and the power of the almighty deer unicorn. Feel your harmony with the world around you. Enter the deepest clearing of the forest, asking for a message about manifesting harmony in your life. What do you see there? Affirmation. I am one with the world, walking on my path with grace and power. All things are in harmony. Action. Take a long walk in the woods and observe wildlife in harmony with nature. Observe the movements and the actions. Listen closely. What does Mother Nature want to say to you? Pretty cool. How about this one? Number 5, not an angel, divinity. Not an angel, divinity. Transformation. A mystery within a mystery. As you pray to your guardian angel at night before bedtime, an unexpected added miracle may appear, an additional blessing sent from heaven above. This is not just an angel, but an unexpected yet welcome guest indeed, worthy of praise and coming at just the right time to enrich your life and to fulfill your dreams. It's the angel unicorn of protection, life, and divinity. Meditation. Ask your guardian angel to visit you. As your angel approaches, suddenly the unicorn angel also appears, who beckons you to climb on her back and take flight. Higher and higher you fly, traversing into the realm of the divine. At your highest peak, you hear the message of the divine. Open your heart to receive the message. I am in the presence of the divine. My angel is always near. Action. Say a prayer to your angel. Enter a quiet space. Ask to receive the message of the divine. Now open up a journal and channel your message. Feel the protection and the guidance of the divine presence at work in your life. Nice. The angel unicorn. Oh, I forgot to put this one away. John, I sent a kind email that says I would greatly appreciate it if the meeting is still on and no response. Okay. Okay. You got a new opportunity on the horizon here with the Ace of Pentacles, and you should be working hard and coming up with not only a new beginning, but this would be like a new business opportunity. Page of Pentacles. Like you could have a couple of new opportunities before the end of the month. Moving on to greener pastures. You might be leaving this guy in the past and exploring other opportunities. However, I still think that at some point you're going to hear from him, because it looks like through divine timing, your business relationship with him moves forward. Cause for celebration, 7 of Cups, you're going to have choices. Thing is that your ambition can bring in plenty of new clients. You don't need him. So I would continue persevering, and you could pick up other people. I don't know if you're going to, explore your horizons, or maybe expand the types of people that you're reaching out to. But I think that you're going to have a couple of new opportunities before the end of the month. I would keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, see, my thing is that with him is that you've already reached out to him a bunch of times. He hasn't answered you. So I think he's going to answer you, but you might have to, like, same thing when you're waiting to hear from, like, if you were waiting to hear from a love interest, I would say the same thing. Get busy doing something else, and then he'll contact you. And in the meantime, you could pick up other clients. Even if they're not huge clients, they may be something in the meantime. It's like the energy is too focused on him, winds up building resistance around that situation. Other situations can come in as well. And I think that not limiting yourself and just opening the door to other people could be helpful. I can't believe you haven't heard from him yet. I don't like that. Like, to me, like, because like he said that he was going to do it, and then you haven't heard from him. Like, I don't like that unreliability. But that has nothing to do with what the cards say. That's just my opinion. Virgo, love messages. Okay, starting a new journey through divine timing, and you're moving on to greener pastures. If you're not with anyone right now, you do have a new beginning on the horizon with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. If you are with someone right now, I would say your current relationship's got long-term potential and it's moving forward. It could be moving forward kind of quickly. And you may feel like you've made it to the top of the mountain. You can breathe a sigh of relief. If you're not with anyone, I would look out for a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. They may be new energy, but they seem to come in with really good intentions, and their energy is very light. Kira, the rest of June, what can I expect and what changes can I expect? Okay. Okay, between now and the end of June, I would expect putting in time and effort to a creative project. I would say the hard work that you put into your current job, the change should be that you feel a little bit better compensated, or like you're getting out of it what you put into it. It's not all one-sided. You also may be making a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. And with that, the change here is that you're no longer holding yourself back, but you're stepping into your own strength. You may also be taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care before the end of the month. And you could have money coming in. That would be a nice change. I would expect some money to come in between now and the end of the month. I don't know if it's like a tax return or something that maybe that you're waiting on, but maybe temporarily forgot about. Looks like you got money coming in. Jay, how'd the hard-to-read girl feel when she saw me this evening? Well, she was happy to see you, but she was also kind of annoyed. But I think that she's annoyed at herself because she feels like she's holding herself back and she kind of feels weak. I don't think she's annoyed at you. I think that she wishes that she could either just break the ice and say something, and she may be feeling a little bit defeated today. She should just open up her mouth already. It would get the whole ball rolling if she would just say something. Kira, more on the person from the past. Okay, this person could be a soulmate connection. So at some point in your life, they were probably somewhat important to you. Well, I can't even say that because that's not necessarily true with soulmate connections. Soulmate connection is just somebody that keeps weaving in and out of your life. Like if you were to look back on your life, they come in and out. I would say this person, they could have mild anxiety, or they may just be naturally somewhat of a nervous or anxious person. They are grounded and stable. Somebody from your past, Six of Cups. They could be an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. If not, there's somebody who's slow and steady wins the race. I wouldn't expect them to like do anything crazy or like out of the blue extraordinary. I don't think that's them. I think they're like very grounded and stable, and they may overthink things a little bit. They have a lot of respect for you, and you probably have a lot of respect for them too. They're genuinely a happy person. They're passionate, kind, caring, sincere, intelligent. They may be one of those people that never really had to work very hard in school to get good grades. Like they could just show up and they, did very well. I don't know if there's somebody that moved away from the area and has recently come back. That's possible. And they seem to be very ambitious. They have a lot of goals, but they're very like down to earth, and they don't act like they wouldn't do something spontaneous. Like they would overthink things a million times, but yet they're ambitious. It's just that they need to have a plan. They need to like do things step by step. They don't just, cut off their hair and bleach it blonde. Like they got to overthink it. There's somebody who can almost drive you a little bit nuts with their planning. John, weekend. Will Vater ever respond to my proposal? Will Vater ever respond to my proposal? Yeah, and when they do, things should move forward quickly. Julie, for the rest of the week. Anxiety moves into the past and the rest of the week goes by pretty quickly. No longer feeling burdened. You may be stepping into your own ambition. Could be taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. And you may be, you could get communication out of the clear blue sky from somebody you didn't think you would hear from, or from someone that you haven't heard from in a while. Let's see what that's all about. Simon, general for tomorrow. General for tomorrow. Tomorrow you're feeling prepared, things are moving forward, you're feeling happy, and you're feeling very respected. You may get a lot accomplished tomorrow. Simran, general for work this week. General for work, it looks good. It looks like it's busy, being guided by the divine. Maybe very focused on work, feeling very balanced, or like life has come back into balance. And you may really enjoy work this weekend. It's like the Fool is here, which could be like fun, carefree, spontaneous times at work, starting a new journey, and overall feeling good about things. Simran, what's Kay's future look like? What's Kay's future look like? Okay, if she's perseverant, she can get past whatever it is that's going on. But she's got to be perseverant and she's got to put in the hard work. And there's no two ways about it. She's got to do this. If she does this and she's no longer holding herself back, she's got good luck coming in. She's not looking back on her past fondly, but she steps into her own strength and her life moves forward. She could get a good job that pays very well too, the Ten of Pentacles. And she could get a good job making things happen for herself and not waiting around for her ship to come in. But she's got to take action. She's got to do it herself. You know, it's like the kind of situation, right, where it's like you can have all the opportunity in the world and you can have great planetary aspects, but if you don't do what you got to do, you're not going to get there. You know, like I had a friend, all she ever talked about was growing her hair out. I don't know, maybe it was like up to here. It wasn't that short. It was like maybe up to here. She had beautiful hair. Like it didn't look like it had any damage to it. It was like, I don't know, it looked like the kind of hair like to me would grow really fast. Whatever. What the hell do I know? But she was always talking about growing her hair out and reading this magazine and using that conditioner. But every time I spoke to her, she was cutting her hair. And I was like, why are you always cutting your hair if you want it to grow? Stop cutting it. So it's like your intentions and your actions have to be on the same page. Otherwise, you're not going to get it. She's not going to wake up with waist-length hair. She keeps cutting it. And then she was like, yeah, I know. She's like, I don't even care anymore. I don't even know where she is right now with the hair routine, but I used to work with her, and every day she would be talking about it. And she kept cutting it. So it's like your actions and your intentions has to be in the same place. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere. And it's the same thing with her. It's like if she focuses on what she has to do, she can overcome the obstacles she has in front of her, but she has to do it. No one else can do it for her. And she has to learn how to take responsibility for herself and work hard, and she can get past whatever it is that she's going through. And she could have a successful life, but she has to do it. And that's the thing. Like, that's where the free will part comes in. You know, it's like, if somebody asks them, when am I going to meet someone? And it's like, oh, yeah, you got a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, a Leo, and then they don't ever leave their house, right? They lock themselves in their house and they never go out. Well, then you're not going to meet them. Like, they're not going to show up in the bathroom or the washer and dryer room. So you either have to go out or, I don't know, stand on the front stoop and hope you like the mailman or the UPS guy or the Amazon guy, because you're very limited if you don't ever leave. You know what I mean? Like, she's got the opportunity. She's got to take it. Kira, will I get my new car or truck before the end of June? Yeah, you could. I would say you got a 70% chance, yes, out of the clear blue sky fast you could get it. Three of diamonds. 3 weeks. We don't have 3 weeks left in June. We only have 2 weeks. And it wouldn't be the diamonds, would be the winter. I'm going to say it has to be within the next 2 weeks. Maybe the last week of June you'll get it. I don't think it's going to be as soon as 3 days. I don't think. I mean, maybe it could. Maybe they could get it to you in 3 days if you went tomorrow. But that's another situation, right? So the opportunity could be there. But if you decide, fuck it, I'm not going to the car dealer, then you wouldn't get it. You know, it's like that's like that. That's why things are like sometimes timing is delayed. And this is another example. I went to see my dad for his birthday. I guess it's going to be 6 years ago, right? I went 6 years ago, and I literally went on Thursday and came back on Monday. That was it. My nephew Nicky had just been born, and my brother and I went, and we went alone, and we weren't going to leave for that long with the baby. Like, Nicky was only a couple of months old. And after I came back, right, every time I went for a reading, oh, you're going on a trip somewhere. You're going on a trip somewhere. You're going on, and I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I have nothing planned. I'm not going anywhere. And she kept telling me, you're going on a trip. I didn't go anywhere until I went to Florida this year in November. So that's like 5 years that this fucking trip kept showing up. And I used to say to her, I'm like, eventually I'm going to go somewhere. But like the timing things of it sometimes can be so frustrating, because it's like she's seeing this trip and I'm like, I've got nowhere to go. I've got no time, because at the time I was working, so I wasn't going to, as a yoga teacher, you don't get sick time. So you don't go to work, you don't get paid. So I'm like, I'm not going to take time off to go to Florida where my dad can come up here and I can still go to work, right? So it was very frustrating hearing that for so long. But then eventually it happened, and I went to Florida 3 times so far this year. So sometimes it's the timing that just sucks with everything. Red, how will Will's surgery go? How will Will's surgery go? It looks like it goes, overall it goes pretty well. It's like there's perseverance that leads to a new journey. So, and it looks like it's good. Okay, the sun is in reverse, but that's still happiness. So I would say that, I don't know how serious the surgery is, but it may be a little bit, of a recovery. But once he gets past it, he's prepared for things to move forward. And ultimately, he gets happiness from the surgery. Red, will I like my new tattoo? Yeah, I think you will. Kira, is the person from the past Dijon? Got a 70% chance. Yeah, could be. Could be. What was this? Julie, any good communication from Erica anytime soon? Yeah, this is the woman with the vaccine job. Yeah, you should hear from her soon. She may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Red, how will I do with the social media business? Okay, sun is in reverse. May take a minute to get there, but when you get there, it should be pretty successful. Yeah, feeling well respected, well compensated, and things could move forward pretty quickly. I think it's a good idea. Priscilla, what are Antonio's current intentions towards me? He seems to have a lot of respect for you, but he doesn't seem to be putting in any effort, and you may feel like you're disappointed. He doesn't look like he's got too much, I think he may be waiting for you to do something. I don't think that he plans on doing anything right now. You might have to reach out to him. Kira, information about my next boyfriend and timing. Okay, could be a Leo. You got a Leo coming in. You also have a wish coming in, and the ability to manifest new opportunities that bring in cause for celebration. I would say the next person that comes in is hardworking, very passionate about their job, or very passionate about their career. I don't know if they're in their career or if they're working towards their career, but whatever it is, it's something that's like their life's calling, and they're very passionate about it. They may be very creative or have a creative job or a creative hobby, but there is a creative something around them that's super important. They love learning. They're a very strong character. They may be physically strong, but they also may be very emotionally strong. I don't know why, they may be a very tall person. I don't know why that comes up. They're very happy. They seem to have a nice smile. I don't know where that comes from either, but that's what I heard. Or that may be what you notice, that they have a nice smile. I don't know. Something about a smile. They're kind, caring, sincere, grounded, stable, and very passionate about their job. Their job or their career. They may not be in the career just yet. The timing should be sometime this summer. Jay. Should I move on from the hard to read girl? I'm not moving towards someone who's acting closed off with me. Should I move on from the hard to reach girl? Thing is that you never gave it a chance because you never had a conversation with her. So even though she may be coming across as closed off, you guys haven't really gotten that far just yet. I would give it a break, though. I would give it a little bit of a break. You know, maybe kind of stay a little bit far away from her, distance yourself and see how you feel. Because it looks like right now you're holding yourself back, or the whole situation is held back. The two of you are sort of holding back. And, you know, it's almost like cutting off your nose to spite your face. You haven't said anything to her. You guys haven't had a conversation. So giving up when you haven't really done anything is like you're cutting it off before you even really gave it a chance. But you might need a little time and space. So I don't know, take a couple of days or a week away and see how you feel. Adriana, chances that I'm having sex with Caesar. My dog sneeze. Right now it's a 33% chance. But there's still a chance, even though right now it's showing low. Let's see what happens with him. I think you can make that happen. Let's see what happens. Jay, can I get a general? Listen to your intuition. Intuition is heightened. Anxiety is moving into the past and a soulmate connection is coming in. If you're not with anyone right now, it could be a Gemini, could also be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Somebody from your past returns. Could be an old friend or it could be a past love. It doesn't have to be it could just be, hey, I haven't seen, I don't know, Susie from second grade in 10 years, and then all of a sudden you run into her. Looks like you're feeling as if you made it to the top of the mountain. You can breathe a sigh of relief and you're no longer holding yourself back. Out of the clear blue sky, you're going to hear from someone you haven't spoken to in quite some time. And it looks like it's somebody that you'd be happy to hear from. No longer holding yourself back. You've got a little bit of financial stability coming in or more money coming in. Vianney, Damien's current feelings for me, he's a Scorpio. Damien thinks that you're very strong, very stable, well-balanced, kind-hearted, sincere, attractive, unique, and creative. Sanch, rest of the day. Like a successful day. You might have some choices. There could be something that comes in that's spontaneous or out of the clear blue sky, fun and exciting. Looks like you may have an earth sign around you that could be of significance. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Ruby, do they still love me? Okay, I would say this person cares for you very much, but I don't believe that they're in love anymore. I think that I think they'll always care about you, but I think that the relationship may have run its course. Nav, love for September. You're no longer holding yourself back come the month of September. You have a Pisces and an Aquarius that come in that may be new energy. It looks like by the time we get to September, you may be in divine timing may bring in these two new options. I don't know where you are right now in your love life, but all of a sudden things could take off between now and September, or in the month of September, where you're feeling like you got a new beginning and you're heading over to greener pastures. Kira, for the next 48 hours. You may feel like the next 2 days go by pretty quickly. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, feeling very successful and feeling no longer stuck, but like things are moving forward. Looks like you've got some good karma coming back too, feeling a little bit more grounded and stable at work. A little bit less burdened, and you may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or putting money aside for something that may make you feel relief. Capricorn may come in of significance in the next 48 hours. Simone, should I go back to campus this September or wait? Should I go back to campus this September? I think you can go back in September. Yeah. For more advice for tonight. Step into your own strength. I don't know what's going on tonight, but stepping into your own strength releases negativity. Negativity moves into the past. It looks like I got a soulmate connection around. I don't know if this is tonight or what, but this person's coming in on the horizon. And anxiety is moving into the past. Whatever's going on tonight, listen to your intuition. Step into your own self-confidence and your own strength, and you'll feel like you've made it to the top of the mountain. Nijalanchi. My ex called the DHR on me today, but they didn't do anything to me. What will the judge see about this? This ex is ridiculous. He's ridiculous. I don't think that the judge is going to like the bullshit, to be honest. I think the judge is going to think that he's full of shit. And I don't think that the judge is going to take kindly to this nonsense. Because you're not doing anything wrong. So you know what I mean? Like, what is he reporting on you? You're not doing anything wrong. I don't think that the judge is going to like it. Because it's like, you're making false accusations and you're costing people time and money. And it's for nothing. Like, it's for no good reason. So I don't think that the judge is going to take kindly to this stuff. Kira, in what area of my life am I holding myself back, and in what way am I holding myself back? Well, I would say that you're holding yourself back. Well, self-confidence just in general, or self-worth, I think most people can use to work on that. Because that will definitely hold people back. That's what kept me in my jobs for so long, because I really probably boiled down to that I didn't think that I was either good enough to work anywhere else, or I didn't think anyone else was going to hire me. And I was also probably a little bit comfortable where I was. But I would say that it could be working on like the self-worth, and working on going back to school keeps coming up around you, so that may be something that you feel potentially be holding you back. But I feel like that timing thing, the timing just may not be right now for you to go back to school. But that keeps coming up. Like, there's more for you to learn. You're going places with your career. And I think that you're kind of held back where you are, or where you have been. And I think that, I think it's going to change regardless. Even if you don't do all that much, I think you're going to get an opportunity that's going to take you somewhere else. But I think going back to school could be something that you might want to look into at some point that could push your career forward. I also think that, the old wounds and all the old soul wounds and all that bullshit that everybody needs to work on. And otherwise, I mean, I don't really think that you're holding back. I mean, it looks like you've got stability here. You're well prepared. You seem to be feeling as if you've made it to the top of the mountain, or that you've accomplished a lot. I would just say that maybe the career thing you hold back a little bit. And then, the self-worth issues, which I think everybody has. I think that that's a big one for most of us, that makes us settle for less than we deserve and keeps us in situations that aren't working. And it's like, you might even feel like consciously, I know I deserve more than this, but yet there's some kind of a situation it is. Work, friends, family, relationships. Jay, how would the hard-to-read girl feel if I decide to give up on her? She would feel like it was bad timing and that you were just holding yourself back. I don't think that she would think that you were giving up on her. I don't think that she would be thinking much along those lines, because I don't think she really feels like you're putting in effort to get to know her right now. She just may be feeling like every day it's just bad timing, it's bad timing, it's bad timing. Anjali, will I be moving to Michigan from New Jersey in the next few months? And if yes, when and how will the move be? Okay, will I be moving to Michigan in the next few months? I think you will be moving, and I think the move will go relatively well. Moving on to green pastures, you have a stroke of luck. Yeah, I think it will go well. When? I would say it's probably not going to be until sometime early winter. It's probably going to be a little while from now, but you'll get there eventually, before the end of the year. Empress. Will I move to Minnesota to attend Mayo, or move to another state to attend some other school? Okay. Will I move to Minnesota to attend Mayo? I think you're going to go to Minnesota. Yeah, I think you're going to Minnesota. Adriana, tomorrow in presentation. Should go well. You're prepared, things move forward quickly, and there may be an offer made that will be hard to turn down. Your perseverance around the presentation pays off. Julie, will Erica be offering me more money? I don't know if she can. If she can, she will. I don't know if her hands are tied. I would have a conversation with her about it. Empress. Is Cassidy ready and open to go with my brother's flow, be responsive and show up to the things he's planned for them? Or does she want to take things slower at her pace? I think she's ready. No, I think she's ready to move at his pace. Adriana, why did Sergio never answer back? Okay, he's got a long road ahead of him. I don't know if he texted him at a bad time and he put the phone down and forgot. Or he couldn't answer you in that moment and he just lost track of time, because it's like there's a long road ahead of him and he's a little bit upside down. But I think you're going to hear back from him, and when either he realizes that he didn't answer you, or he goes to respond and then he realizes that he never answered you. I think you texted him at a funny time, or it was the timing around it was bad. When will I see Caesar? It could be before the end of the spring, which would be June 21st. So what's that? Within like a week or so, you should see him. Candy. When will B and M move out from each other? They are family. When will B and M move out from each other? Okay. Should happen sometime this summer, maybe within the next 2 months. Adriana, what will David do next? Being guided by the divine, he no longer holds himself back. He has a wish. Communication picks up. Yeah, I think communication comes in next. And what will Sergio do next? He's another one being guided by the divine. He's unsure though. He doesn't know yet what to do. So he's undecided. But he's going to figure it out through divine timing. And I think that either you could be spending time with him, like it may be something that just happens through divine timing, or yeah, I think that you're going to wind up seeing him or spending time with him that happens under divine timing, or some kind of being at the right place, right time kind of a thing happens with him. I don't think he's made up his mind to do anything yet. He's not sure. Elizabeth, how does the ex see me now? They see you as somebody who is very ambitious, kind-hearted, successful, sincere, and that you have a lot of potential for the future. They may think that you have a lot of potential, but that you don't always use it, or you don't always apply yourself. I don't know what that's about. They seem to think that you're kind-hearted, and that you have great hope for the future, lots of potential for the future. Yeah, and they may think that you're nurturing, kind, and caring. Jay, how will work go at UPS tomorrow? It was a bad day today. Tomorrow should be a better day. Anxiety moves into the past and the sun comes out. Tomorrow should be a much better day. Julie, what's the offer that Erica has for me? I don't know. You're going to have to find out when you talk to her. It may be, I don't know if it's like a schedule change, or something having to do with the schedule. Something changes for the better around the situation quickly. Might be feeling a little bit more grounded and stable, but I don't know exactly what it is. Perseverance around the situation pays off, and the ability to manifest new opportunities. I don't know if it could lead you to another job, or it could be something at that current location, but there should be some kind of an offer that comes through that's a good offer. Candy, love reading. You've got cause for celebration coming in around love. I don't know where you are right now in your love life, but it looks like negativity is going to move into the past. Cause for celebration comes in. And if you're not with anyone, you're no longer waiting for your ship to come in. Sagittarius and a Virgo both come in. That could be nice options. Love life moves forward with a new beginning on the horizon, and a wish comes true. Things are moving forward. You've got the Hangman in reverse, and you have long-term potential around next relationship or current relationship if you're in one. Simran, energy with him and future bond. The energy around him right now is stuck and stagnant, and that's pretty much where it looks like it is. It's like I'm waiting for my ship to come in. I don't know if you're waiting for something from him, or you're hoping that's for something from him, but he's the Hermit. So I wouldn't expect that all that much is going to change between you and him right now, or in the future. It looks like things are kind of stuck. I would keep your options open for something else. Elizabeth, what's Cisco's intentions with me? Well, he's got ambition coming in, and it's like he's very ambitious. I think he's looking for things to move forward pretty quickly. I don't see a love connection or a commitment here right now, but there is happiness and there is fun and excitement around the situation. So if you're okay with that, that may be what it is right now. I mean, it's not to say that there couldn't be more to come down the road, but I'm not seeing commitment here. But there is like fun, happiness, listen to your intuition, spontaneity. Things could move forward really quickly, and he may be very ambitious. but I just don't see a commitment. But maybe, hey, maybe it's just a lot of fun. Mel, you could close them out. Thank you. Imran, love. Could have some new energy coming in around you. That might be a Capricorn. Could be a Capricorn. There may be a Pisces around you as well. Somebody can make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. It looks like you're no longer waiting for your ship to come in. When new energy comes in, these people, or maybe one person in particular, is going to be very persistent. They may be really into you, and you may decide to give them a chance because they're very charming. It looks like negativity around love moves into the past, and old wound starts to heal, and you're headed over to greener pastures. I think your love life is moving forwards and not backwards, which is a good thing. Kira, my current Saturn return. Current Saturn return could get you back into school and into like a solid, stable career that's moving forward pretty quickly. Got a new journey here. You got school, and you also have making a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. I know that Saturn returns get a really bad rap. And people are always complaining that like horrible things happen under Saturn returns. That's not always the case. It could stabilize certain areas of your life that have been kind of unstable. And I think that it may really help you out career-wise. Julie, is July or August that C and I go away together? I would say August. Candy, I don't know what you mean. The person that you just broke up with? I don't know. What's the question around them? L'Amour this weekend. Got success coming in around business. The hard work that you put into business is coming back to you, feeling very successful. Growth and transformation is coming in the stroke of good luck. You also could have a Sagittarius that you meet through divine timing. Could be a pretty good weekend. Yeah, and you may be prepared for excitement this weekend. Depression. Oh, the email question, I said that there weren't going to be idiots around. She was going to find you a decent apartment on that 3rd floor. Yeah, and you were going to feel like either very comfortable there or she's going to help you out. I don't think that you're going to be surrounded by idiots. I don't feel like you're going to have a lot of neighbors. I mean, you're going to have neighbors, but I don't know if you're like at the end where there's only like maybe one person next to you and nobody above you. Yeah, it's like you have happiness that comes out around this new apartment. You're listening to your intuition, and you're no longer waiting for your ship to come in. It looks like you have a wish too around the situation. I think that you're going to be satisfied with that new apartment. And I don't really feel like there's a whole lot of idiots in that section. Or maybe you're at an end where you only have one person next to you, and there's not a whole lot of energy there. Elizabeth, when will I see a new partner come my way? When will I see a new partner come my way? Before the end of the summer. Mel, has the Aquarius experienced his epiphany yet? No, not yet. Nope, not yet. depression. I'm sorry to hear that. So, 2007. So you've moved past it now. Oh man. It's new love, Candy. I don't think it's old love. Everybody always wants the ex to come back, but 9 times out of 10, even more than that, it's not a good situation, and chances are that you're going to go back to the same broken relationship that you just left. New energy coming in is always more positive than old stagnant energy, unless the relationship broke and the two other people had completely different lives and then they come back together. But breaking up with somebody for 3 weeks and getting back together with them, all that usually does is put your life on hold and you relive the same nightmare again. So I don't believe it's going to be old. I think it's wish fulfillment comes in with somebody new, and you're in a different relationship, and a different type of relationship. It takes you to a different place. Mel, updated love. Next relationship you enter should be very well balanced, and you should feel like you're getting out of it what you put into it. But like this person and you, it's just easy. It's like an easy relationship, which is, I know that like Six of Pentacles is not super romantic, but it's like balanced, well functioning. Thank God. Looks like it could be with somebody who's a creative person or has a creative job, or they may have a very creative job or hobby. They may be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You also have a Pisces here. Things could change around love for the better quickly. And I think that your next relationship is with somebody brand new that you haven't met yet. And I think that it's something that is just simple and easy. Well balanced. You're not holding yourself back. Could be a Sagittarius or a Pisces. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I want to say Sagittarius or Pisces. Sometime this summer. Let's see. Sometime in summer, maybe within the next 7 weeks. That's a little dancing lady. All right, guys, that's it for me tonight. Hopefully, I'm going to get on tomorrow in the afternoon. Maybe I have to go to work tomorrow night, but hopefully I can get on tomorrow because this one's got to take a nap. We got to get on a better schedule here. At least I got her in bed early tonight. I'm working on it. All right, thank you all very much. I'll see you all tomorrow.